Children found in waving the flags. Children found in waving the flags.
Good morning and welcome to our P6 play on the history of the Olympics, when nations compete against each other in the most sporting manner.
18 nations stand out with flags, cheering loudly. Zeus and three ancient Greeks strike on stage, folding their arms in front of them, taking an aggressive stance.
Of course, it wasn't always like that. Back in 776 BC, it was only athletes from across ancient Greece who competed.
In my honor.
5 days.
Seven events.
And no woman. Ah, the good old days, when men were men and women were women.
I thought you were here to represent the modern Olympics.
Indeed, I am, and you're about to see just how many changes took place over the years.
Not necessarily for the better. I can't see any of these laws paying me homage. And what are those women doing mingling with the men athletes?
They're competing too.
Quite right. Not like in my time, women could only take part in the Heraya, and that was only for unmarried women.
Well, it wouldn't have done to have you competing in my sport, wrestling and boxing. I won by breaking my opponent's fingers and wrenching their ankles out of their sockets.
And I couldn't see you women surviving through your races, but I did. You just would have understood me.
Women from the modern Olympics stand up and shout. What?
Perhaps it's time to describe some of those changes I was talking about, starting with the change of location every 4 years.
What? You mean the games were played at Olympia each year?
Afraid not. Things couldn't go back to the way they were. Times move on, and I think this would be a good time for you too as well.
Each nation stands up, stand and introduce themselves.
Greece, we held the Olympics in Athens twice, in 1896, the first modern Olympics, and in 2004, the last one before this year's Beijing Olympic.
France, we have also held the Olympics twice, in 19,000 and 1924.
USA, we have held the Olympics a record 4 times, in 1904, 1932, 1984 and 1996.
Great Britain, we held the Olympics in 1908, in 1948, and we would have held them in 1944 if it hadn't been for the World War II.
Sweden, 1912.
Germany, we had one cancelled in 1916 because of the First World War, then squeezed one in 1936 before the Second World War, and then hosted the 1972 Olympics in Munich as the West Germany Olympics.
Belgium, 1920.
Netherlands, 1928.
Japan, 1964. We had to cancel in 1940 because of our war with China.
Finland, 1952. We also had to cancel in 1940 because of the Second World War.
Australia, we were hosted twice in 1956 and 2000.
Italy, 1960. We had to cancel in 1908 because of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
Mexico, 1968.
Canada, 1976.
Russia, 1980.
South Korea, 1988.
Spain, 1992.
China, 2008. Wow, that's some list. 18 host nations today, and not forgetting all the other countries who have taken part. but I don't somehow think we could fit them all in. So tell us about yourselves.
Well, ours was the first, both in ancient times
Inspired by me.
and in modern times.
Inspired by me.
But it was our example that inspired you. Don't forget.
As if I could. Please sit down. I think you're forgetting it's now the time of our modern athletes. Please continue.
Merci, Monsieur Kubati. We have you to thank for making it all happen. And we, as a nation, were so proud not only to host that first modern Olympics, but to award one of our own countrymen as the winner of the first Olympic marathon.
Spridon Louis run across the stage. Everyone cheering!
My village lent me a pair of shoes to run in, and I won 7 minutes ahead of the next man, and became a national hero overnight. But the very first modern champion was...
Connolly performs triple jump across the stage. Everyone cheering!
Me, I leapt into the history books with a giant triple jump.
No woman champions yet, I see.
That was at our Olympics.
Me, I was the first female Olympic champion, winning at tennis for Great Britain.
And not forgetting that first female Olympic champion from the USA.
Enough of this woman.
But Monsieur, what were you saying about moving with the times?
Looks like someone got left behind.
Moving on indeed.
3 cheerleaders enter, waving pom-poms. Cheerleaders.
And who might you be?
Cynthia's, Elfia's,
Introducing the Olympic motto.
faster, higher.
Good job, girls.
So it just leaves me and everyone gathered here to wish London
Good luck.
We look forward to seeing more records broken and the rest of yet more superstars.
but let's not forget, that's just as important as
Cynthia's, Elfia's,
is the sheer joy of competing. It's the
Take part that counts.
Wow.
Okay, the final note. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, participation is about doing your part, doing your best in what you can do as a student, as an athlete, and as an educator, as an individual. It is about learning, experiencing, and teaching, living with values of excellence, friendship, and respect. Next slide. Remember, do make a difference. Thank you.